I've been so, like, mind broken recently that stream starts have been very, you know, ruh-roh, and pretty late compared to usual. It's like I'm ready, sort of, to start streaming around like the 30 mark. Um, all right. Where are we? Where are they? Ah, shit. Like, I'm just, like, so mind broken. Uh, just gonna quickly respond to something. Uh... Tea with honey and lemon helps soothe the strain. Throughout, highly recommend the Estelle program. Take it myself. It's all about learning the parts of the body that can alter the voice. Where can I find that? Oh, YouTube. There we go. All right.
Dabu. Dabu. I don't remember the voice I gave him. So, yeah.
No, it wasn't that.
I think it was something like this. I heard Great Fire Titan loves crystals, jealous as Courage loves them. And if we gather enough, he will return. That's what the Patras told everyone. Go forth and gather them. So I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe Great Fire won't come.
Very, Very good, Gabu. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where these crystals are stored? Right, the Fall Guys stuff started. I need to do the Fall Guys thing at least once. I don't know if I'm doing that today or tomorrow, but I need to do it at least once.
I know. Several spots. Each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together, we can take them away and hide them. Come. Gabu will lead you to the first cache.
That's not his voice at all, but it's as close as I'm getting at the moment without remembering how... if I remember, they said it'll pop up. Oh, wrong way. Or too far. I can't do maps yet.
Quickly. Gabu. Gabu.
Do you have them all? Good. Lead on, Gabu.
This way.
I don't remember how I did his voice. I'm so sad. I need to, like, write down how I do some voices.
Yes, I love Alfino Littler.
Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. Oh, what if we didn't? Did you hear me, brother? Brother? Aye, it's just that... I'm quite certain that one crate bore Ishgardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Kurthis to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Vilbrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Asians, as Thancred speculated.
I don't understand. Who are Asians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too?
Never mind you about that. As Alize said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache, Gabu?
Yes, of course. Gabu knows the way. The next one is the last one, and it's very large, very big, very huge, very large.
Good, buddy boy. I feel like I need to get an axe that matches Alfie a bit better. Though you cast about for a time, you see no signs of the crystals left behind. Even though it didn't say that part, I just wanted to add the left behind. Confound it. What about you, little? Any luck?
Nothing, nothing, nothing. This cannot be. Gabu saw them. Spied, spotted, saw.
Think, brother, think. They must have moved them, yes? The question is, where to and why? With Ogamoro, where they summoned Titan once before, and mean to do so again. This is the only explanation.
What about my own father and the others? We have to help them.
And we will, Gabu. We will stay calm. We still have time. They've yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, then we would have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe for the time, pardon me. Got the hiccups. I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There is no other way to prevent that Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals. I might deliver them to the commander, into Commander Bleodin's custody. We dare not take them into the bowels of the mountains. Here you go, my boy. The crystals, little, if you would be so kind. Thank you. I shall deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander, Bleodin, on the situation. Go ahead. As I recall, there is an aetheryte. What are you? Oh, hi, grenade. There's an aetheryte within Ugamaro. Mines, that should deliver you to the navel. Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall rejoin you anon. Strange. I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action. But if this is what you would prefer, then Godspeed, brother.
This way, this way. He's on a cat. Nyong.
Nyum. Nyum. This way. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-doo. Do 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 do. I forgot there's an emote from the Fall Guys event, which I guess I have to do either today or tomorrow. Oh no. Ah, I take it this is the aetheryte we seek, right then. As soon as Alfino arrives, we go. I trust you're feeling suitably heroic, little. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there.
Quickly, quickly, you clods. Briskly, swiftly, quickly. I will not suffer any further delays.
Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals, and will be no summoning today.
Overdwellers here? But how did you? Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they?
Oh. Oh, Gabu. I'm gonna kill it. I'm I'ma kill the guy because he made Gabu sad.
Mother? Fire?
Oak for the furnace, you monster! How could you? I'm gonna assume easily, because they're sick.
We are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink our lifeblood, and partake of our flesh. He might draw upon the strength of his children, and defend them from the tyranny of the Overdwellers.
No, Alize. Not yet. I understand, Patriarch. I do. You fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair. What it takes to, You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair. What it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you've brought suffering to your own kith and kin. You have sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god, and work with us together to build a lasting peace.
Another peace to be abandoned at the Overdwellers' convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you, liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. You take and you take and you take, and when you have your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time, this is the last time, until you grow hungry again. And when we dare to defend ourselves, you declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our god drains the land of ether and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I will hear none more of your lies from you and yours, Overdwellers. You ruined your own land, and you will not ruin ours. I said I come for you, and I did. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Say something, please.
I can't scream right now. Oh, Gabu, I love him.
Wake up, 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 wake up. Wake up!
Oh, my poor Gabu boy. Boo boo. Seven hells.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Alfino, leave him to me. We must away. Big old Titan can be defeated by a single little...
Oh, hi, Claire.
Oh, you got the Among Us fit. Let's go. It's so cute. Oh. I'm gonna need to do the event because I didn't know that that's what the top looked like. I just knew about the emote and the crown. How you doing today? It's so cute. Bibbidi boppity boop, you're watching the Disney Channel. Oh, there's also the crown. I didn't even try that one on. So you're gonna do solo Titan hard, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do I have to do the Titan fight? I'll try it. Screw it. Yeah, I have my crown on by my name and on your head. Yeah, you are the ultimate crown haver now. By the 12. How could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given what we were like to find. His anguish and despair have served to birth a primal, just as surely as would the supplications of one faithful, worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion. The incarnation of Titan seemed incapable of naught but violence. We have one cause for optimism. It is that that while many crystals were present, they presented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual, meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. By that, be that as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of ether, the stronger he will grow. Yeah, mandatory Titan hard. Eventually change it to a solo duty. That would be nice. I mean, I'll try doing unsynced. Why not? I'll do an attempt for unsynced solo, because that's what, level... something. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ogamoro, more lives will be lost. Unless it's a really stupid idea to try solo, but I will go until I die. It's 50? Oh, yeah, I can potentially be okay there. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. Little, you must, you know what you must do. You will face the Lord of Crags once more. The jail will be the issue. Oh, yeah. Alright, I guess I can't do it, huh? Unless I can phase skip that, but I don't think my DPS output will be high enough. Thank you, my friend. Alize and I will go tend to Gabu. When you have finished with the primal, look for us in Camp Overlook. We will be expecting you. It's not instant death? Oh, okay. You know what? Screw it. I'll try one hard solo. Let's sort of have that. Naval, hard, unrestricted. Let's do one stupid attempt. God, that damage. Yeah. Well, I'm not doing horrible damage at the moment. It's nothing spectacular, but... Oh, okay. That's true. Anyways, let's see how much this do. Oh, that's not horrible. Yeah, the damage down is really what would cause the biggest issue. Last phase, goal still happens. Oh, less than hard phase. Okay. Yeah, if you took the damage from jail, then it would be a lot worse to try and solo through this. Better's unable to execute action. This is the longest I've ever listened to Titan's theme. Yeah, the Titan theme is really good. I feel like that's like one constant in every game that they have Titan in, that his song always hits. Love that Koji Fox is the vocalist. Is he actually? I didn't know that he was the vocalist for Titan's theme. And no, I haven't looked up the lyrics for it. He does this and a bunch of. I knew he had something to do with the Alexander. But I didn't know about this one. Or I did, and I'm just not remembering it because that would also be, like, very on brand for me. And I wonder if he had anything to do with the Final Fantasy 16 Titan theme as well. Happy Spooky Week. Oh, hell yeah. Have fun at your party, my boy. This game is insane. I know. I can't wait to play through that game again. Like, I want to give myself like that moment to like attempt to forget some parts of it because of how much I enjoyed it. But I cannot wait to play through 16 again. I really want to cry again from it because I just was bawling by the end. Yeah, that when I go through my next one, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing as well. But I don't know if I'm going to want to, like, stream it again or play it solo. Oh, 7 Remake is so good. I cannot wait for Rebirth. I already have it pre-ordered. And that physically day 1. I need to actually stream my run through of Remake. So that'll happen eventually. Oh, really? Have you, like, not seen anything of it yet? Or, like, isolated from just, like, as in not playing it? I have no idea about the story outside the original game. Oh, you're... So, I've never fully played through the original, but I also plan on doing that. But from what my best friend says, because that's her favorite game, it does it so much justice, and Rebirth is going above and beyond for certain areas and things that happen. That's how she explained it to me. I don't fully get most of the context. Like, I know, like, the general stuff that happens in original. I've just never experienced it. Haha, only took me 11 minutes, but he's dead. I was really hoping I could get a mount. I know they somehow turned the Mountain is EX only. Oh, that's right. From the 2 hours. Yeah, no, they went crazy for it. Like I never really had a big emotional attachment to OG7, but there's music in Remake that makes me tear up hearing it. Because it's just so beautiful. Ah, there he is. Did not tell you he would return safe and sound. Yep. As far as I can remember, it's been a few years since I've played, but I'm pretty sure it like exclusively takes place in Midgar. The deed is done then. Titan is no more. Mole. Good. Then there has been enough tragedy to this day. He has been like this ever since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He is almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he has succumbed to the Primal's influence, should that prove to be the case. He must be put to death, like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance policy, yes? You have the right of it. But we have not rushed to we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Yazel's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. When I first played the original and I finally left Midgar, I was blown away with how huge the game actually was. Yeah. And then I'm excited for you to go through Remake and then see what they have in stock for Rebirth, because my god. The trailer for Rebirth goes with, like, it doesn't show, from what my friend said, it doesn't show all too much, but what it does show is mind-blowing in comparison to original. And then I saw, like, side-by-sides, I'm like, whoa. But I want to show you something. Post in Discord. Okay. There's naught to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less one which we may never come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters, informing Commander Bleoden of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? Yes, sir. I'm just talking to air. Oh, baby in the back. Is this where they're wandered for you right now? The baby boy. Yeah. They're randomly here. That's awesome. I love that you can just like find them throughout the world. Depending. I don't remember what the criterias are, but you can just see them somewhere. So it's kind of funny that they're also here, just vibing with us. Your sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst. But they said you had a matter well in hand. I've even seen them in... Ooh, oh, that's awesome. I haven't seen them in Endwalker places before. But to be fair, I'm not in a lot of those areas. I'm usually, like, chilling in, if I'm anywhere Endwalker, I'm chilling in, like, the heart of Sharlayan. That's about it. All settled then, is it? Glad to hear it, but not half as glad as I am my men'll be. My men'll be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal. And there ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like... We were all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that. Which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you have places to be, but why not stay the night? We'll be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. Gaboo.
Who goes there?
Oh, it's a voice cutscene. What am I doing? It is me, Alfino
it's
Littler.
you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences, yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. But when Grandfather revealed the whole truth of the calamity to us, I finally understood. And I resolved there and then to continue his legacy in my own way. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save.
This is a really good one,
I
yeah.
found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Hydaelyn behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Eorzea, of you. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it?
Well, I'm
Mayhap
like
you could
almost
recount some
mute.
of your adventures in Ishgard.
Traveled far and wide with two companions, Zinnia and Yazel, who were under some rather unique circumstances, pushed to fight alongside Sir Aymeric. Yay for character growth, let's go!
He is quite a man, the Lord Commander. I shall have to thank him for his kindness. Truth be told, I was rather taken aback by it all. Given Ishgard's famous love of foreigners, I was half expecting the Kyrugians to berate me for bleeding. But I never heard an unkind word. Everyone there seemed relatively open and friendly, in fact. Thanks in no small part to your tireless efforts, I suspect.
You know how it is.
The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
Hello, my boy. Traitor.
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
I think it is.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
I don't fully remember him being voiced elsewhere so far.
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts. And thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation.
Really? I prefer this one.
Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Asians alone.
I mean, I love the voice actor from
With
previous
thine own hand strike
Eorzea
down thine
because
enemy,
of who
the
else he
so-called
plays,
hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder
I hit my mouse by accident. Shit. Man's a jester. It's hard to hear about. Yeah, it's like my mind and body were like, hey, what if we didn't hear about her? Just in case. Smart. Oh. Look at him. Oh, damn, he's there? Honestly, out of all places, I did not expect there. What? Oh, Little. I trust you had a good night's rest. I was but this moment speaking with Thancred and Y'shtola via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had borne Ishgardian seals. 'Twould seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Amric believes it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found, but we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it is only prudent to look into the recent activities of other tribes. In case they are too flush with Ishgardian crystals, and with that in mind, I suggest we pay Eorzea another... Wait. Where's Alize? She was here but a moment ago with Gabu. Yeah, for reasons. Speaking of Shadowbringer stuff, Blue... Aw, I got a roll. Bippity boppity boop. I know, it's an endless cycle. Oh, I didn't realize there's a little Alfie and Alize. I see 2 Alfinos here. This is crazy. Brother? Sister? Oh, let's go, Fall Guys. Why am I'm like just being surrounded. I will give them all a bow, and then I shall puppy away. Ah, let me guess. Time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it's any consolation, I have already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Bleoden. Something tells me you're not solely out here for concern of his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat, and I'm not sure if he even slept. If he did, it seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with the same expression on his face. Will you look after him? You will look after him, won't you, Commander? Treat him with every kindness. He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given a chance until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, aye. You needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, things could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, nor will Maelstrom command. I love the little Gabu's story. It's so sad, though. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. You would never have been made to, and you should have never been made to, and I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there's nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as remember them as they were, not as they were. And when it hurts so much, your heart feels fit to burst. Let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with all your love for them. And never ever forget. Come along, little one.
I will remember them, and you, Alize. Thank you.
Aw. My baby boy. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrate these events will be made to answer for their crimes. 1,000 times over, there will be a reckoning. Damn right. Why'd they just show Alfino twice on the screen? That's so weird. And why do you have a hat at one time? Why'd you just scream what? in the say chat. Whoa, what is that? Is that the new mount? That's so cool. Oh my god, I'm gonna have such a fun time going through that. Oh, there's gonna be so much stuff I need to go after and grab. Very generous? Hell yeah. Until the end of the year? Oh, perfect. I'll probably, like... Yeah, I remember them saying that they were going to continue it every now and again. That person's on a carbuncle. Remember hearing them saying that it will come back through some times later on. Alright, I will be right back. I just need to take a quick little break. I thought it would have given me a second, but it jumped me right in. Okay. We have heard the glad tidings from Ogamora, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa Lominsia may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the Warrior of Darkness could make matters worse. 'Twas by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. As thou did request, I sought after the Garun oracles, that we might better understand the aim of the Warriors of Darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracle paints a most disturbing picture, one of worlds parallel to our own, yet apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. Seven times they've succeeded. Then, of the 10 and 3, only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as my lady Menphilius spoke unto thee. As for what becometh these reflections when they and the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul sundereth to her call. Surrendereth, my bad, to flow unto the endless sea, where there to endure as one and none. Then if the Warriors of Darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, aye. The verse speaketh of the renunciation of flesh and the subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fall to transcendent light in the matter of the Warriors of Darkness described, it would give way unto a void wherein none know there either life or death. Far better to die, thy reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew. Saved. Such, at least, is their belief, I surmise. Oh, it's a 12 reference? It's actually kind of dope. And if that's true, gods, no one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. 'Twould seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegan? Strange. And you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smuggler who supplied their beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, and lest thou wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Ascians did once attempt to bring the summoning of Rauliger, the individual who should receive of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian supplier has been none other than the remnants of Elaine Rael's network of spies, not surprise. Surely you jest. And yet, it is not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, we can imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with Ascians, assuming they even know or care who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me, we must seek out the resistance group which received the crystals without delay. Little Alize. I don't know why I'm using Urianje's voice for this still, because my brain's not working. Little Alize, will you please come with me to Little Alamigo? Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves, firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Yes. Yes, let's walk in the light of the crystal. Alfino, Alize, Little, are you there? Are you three listening? Good, I have tidings. The Temple Knights have raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. Our cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded information that they were in the employ of, and I hope you're sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them, and the crystals too? What few remain, aye. Regrettably, it would seem they dispatched one final shipment at the hours before we struck. 'Twas bound for Little Alamigo, we are told, where it will be received by members of a local resistance group. Since Sir Aemric's men no longer have need of my services, I have mine to head that way. As do we. By happy coincidence, we learned of the shipment but a few moments ago. Ha! Then... and there I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and his little helpers. Wait a moment. There is more, and I defy you not be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishgardian smugglers was formerly the employee of one Elaine Royale, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers? No one. As I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning on to contact Y'shtola next, but there's someone else you would have me notify first? No, there isn't. What in the world has gotten into her? It's twice now that we've sought Urianje's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time at the Levier estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Am I talking to myself? I know, right? It's like there's a trick mirror here, and it makes me look smaller and taller and pastier, when obviously we know Alfino Littler is the real one. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter later, though. Little Alamigo awaits. I find it weird that this game, makes me talk to myself as if I was a crazy, like... I'm seeing reflections and stuff. Even though, let's totally not focus on the fact that I talk to myself daily off-stream. I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It has been a long day. Do you have something to say? Rianje? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head, now more than ever. Listen, Little, if anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I'm prepared to do what must be done. Right then. To more pressing matters, since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest that we see what information we can gather in his absence. So, to review, we are reliably informed that members of the Alamegan resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals, our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the resistance movements. The challenges, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Little, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town? Eorzea and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here and share our findings. I think I came up with a really good plan there. Pardon me. The resistance? Damned if I know. It's not as if I'd be any use to them. If you set store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the mask's bedtime stories. This is our lot, and it's time we get used to it.
Yeah, let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer Griffin's call.
While he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart, he's also inspired more than a few old dons to pledge themselves to the cause. A little wonder the Garleans won't stop until we're under the yoke. I see you there, going around, asking questions, looking for the Griffin and his lot, I'll bet. Seems that they're the talk of Little Alamego these days. Folk wondering what he's about. What he's got in store for the Garleans, and what's under that mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face. What with all the scars, other reckon he's been mocked for the death of the Empire, or for death by the Empire. There we go. And that they send a bloody legion. They knew he was here. I don't know how to make the snort sound. Snort. Guess your guess is as good as mine. Yes, sir. Big chillin'. Nice, okay. I don't know if it's because of the outfit, but is your hair different again? I don't think the style is, but the color seems slightly different. But I think it's just because you have like a shirt that matches your hair color and style. I feel like I'm going crazy with that one, like thinking that it's different. No, still the same? Okay. It is just the shirt. Because like the shirt accents the hair in a different way compared to your usual outfits, so that's why I'm guessing it looked a little different to me. I suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. Let's coordinate my outfits once in a while. Fair. I mean, a good outfit coordination is always, you know, perfect. It helps keep the immersion. This Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks. Yet despite the growing popularity, no one seems to know much of them, only that they are most aggressively militant, or a most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamegan liberation is unrivaled. But we can but hope their revolutionary fervor is never challenged in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident that this is the group which received the crystals shipment, we yet lack proof before taking any action. I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions, and mayhap enlist his help while I'm at Boughton. Given that you and Gundabald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took lead, shall we? I don't know if there's gonna be any cutscenes that are gonna be going over, so I'm gonna do the quick reset. So there's the sweater, there's the crown, then there's the fall guy hat with the crown. There's the pants. There's the inflatable rhino that you were flying earlier. The cute emote. Little guys? Shoes too, right. Matte winner's crown, glossy winner's crown. A music roll, okay. Frame kits. Ooh, you can even get dyes. I feel like I have to play Fall Guys now just to get the Alphino skin, and I can keep the Alphino littler joke going on. Dyes are available elsewhere? Yeah. But it's kind of cool, like, in case you have, like, extra ones and you have everything that you want, but you want to keep playing it, you can just grab those. Yeah, no, they're just giving us, like, the basic, easy to get ones for there. It's not like, I mean, it'd be interesting if they gave us, like, a chrome hat or some, or color or something, but yeah, the pearl. So wait, what colors are there? There's oh wait, are they actually these? Gunmetal. Oh, it is these. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be grabbing a bunch of the gunmetal and the pearl white then. Metallic brass. It's the last three. Oh, let's go. Cause I really want a gold outfit at a point. Or something gold for a future idea. As much as it pleases me to see you again, little, I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. The Griffin, I know of him. As do we all. He and his masks have become a leading faction within the Resistance. Fair. I need to, like, eventually take use, or make use of the, retainers, but I don't think I have a need for them at this very moment. Though there was suspicion at first, given his secretive way, he has quickly proven himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for... Hello, random catboy. Of what he accomplished. But I have not forgotten Willard. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Kron. Was that a catboy? Wait, was that a catboy or was that a bunny? Did I say catboy? Oh god, did I call him a catboy when I was picturing a rabbit? I'm so broken. I said it so confidently that I believe that I said bun, not cat. Let's go. Someone got a crown. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. Hello, lady. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. Like, I'm like all different types of stupid today. Doom, 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 doom. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within. Ah. A rhino came to attack me. I assume this will be voiced.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire.
The Garlean Empire.
In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north.
Lope.
With our glorious revolution, we but laid
love
a
that voice
path
line
for
so
a new
much.
tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us. And they have murdered us. But no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamigan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Arbania once more!
Hell yeah. But it'll be because of an Eorzean's help.
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that.
No, not ominous. Inspirational.
Wait, is that...
Just like the, oh my god, wait, what the hell?
What are you two doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Well, this is quite the surprise.
I love Papa Limo.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
I mean, Ida and Papa Limo. Yeah. Who's this lease person? Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well.
And you, though it was pretty obvious you and Little would be fine.
The Crystal Braves have had a realistic chance of capturing any scion, divided as they were distrust by the better part of Eorzea. But if you truly believe that, forgive me. What exactly have you two been doing all this time? Repaying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Ul'dah. We would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance.
That's right. They smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo at all great risk to themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged. So we offered to help them out with their operations for a while.
But when we learned of the Scion's exoneration, that Lolorito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and that General Ban had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact, but have long since discarded our link pearls. As precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters worse, matters more complicated, not worse, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gathered from your puzzled expression, however, that you never received it.
To be honest,
We thought this might happen. While the masks were happy to let the refugees spread the word within the community, they were pretty strict about communication with outsiders. Oh, and we also heard rumors that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the signs of the Seventh Dawn. Curious. It is well known that we are no friends to Golemald. One would think that this man, the man we saw beseeching all the sundry to join his cause, would welcome our support. I should say that the man you saw before you is in fact not the Griffin, or is not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator, and the talented rabble-rouser to boot. 'Twould not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is extremely cautious, and distrusting, an extremely cautious and distrusting man who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the mask. Says the girl wearing a mask. What? It's not as if I'm making all of you wear one. And mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the, For all the good it did. And now you have heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take interest in Griffin? Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it. The Resistance would never entertain such a ridiculous plan. But the Griffin, well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is the speech we heard today was not the first to make reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The masks have made such claims of late. I confess, I had assumed it to be a mere bluster. But in the context of shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible that they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we will find it out together. And if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed. That is, assuming you'll have us. There's more than I can count. Well, good thing I can't count. That's a good thing I can't count. There we go. If as you suspect, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon a primal, we must needs obtain confirmation while there is yet time to act. To that end, I propose we question his double. What his role as the group's de facto mouthpiece, I should not be surprised if he were one of the Griffin's closest associates. And while we may not be aware of the most sensitive details, he could probably tell us the mask's plan in broad strokes. Like the man whom he impersonates, however, he is wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without a suitable incentive. My plan is as follows. You and Alfina will pose as adventurers fallen on hard times, inspired by his words to keep up arms for a noble cause. Ida and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements, and testify as to your usefulness. In the struggles ahead, with our enthusiastic assurance still ringing in his ear, he will decide to welcome you in person, and we will arrange a meeting. You will need to look the part that we might maintain the charade until we have cornered him. At least here, this should be enough to purchase suitable garments from Tailbutt. Have him rub the respectable amount of dirt on them for a good measure. Any questions? It all seems simple enough, thank you. And with that, little, let us be off. Oh, got the hiccups like last second. Bum, 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 bum. Doon, 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 doon. Doon, 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 doon. Ah, you want to buy what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of it. Well, you're the one to kill, and seeing as your friend's a Papalimo, their tunic and slops are the both of you tailored and treated to your tastes. Now, off with you, before someone else sees us together. Do some mental roulette, check some things. Be looking for it? Okay. Have fun with your roulettes. Clothes maketh the man, as they say. Right then, I will go and change and see you at the spot Papalima marked on his maps. On our maps. Honestly, why do I like this outfit? It's hideous. I won't do any denying on that. But, like, why do I have, like, an enjoyment on it? Well, look at us. Pair of down-at-heel adventurers seeking to change, seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. And now, we play the waiting game.
My thanks, comrades.
Lope.
You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal. Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the Resistance. Alamigo will never be free.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honourable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, wow, wow, in your Marines. That's the song he's singing in his head right now.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Eorzea?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
The false griffin.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light?
Mayhap.
Aye. I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave man can make a difference. You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago. On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
Thanks, bud.
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Schloppe. Gotta throw that in, I guess. Coimel, he said. Do you remember? Forgive me. You cannot be expected to recall every name and face, and besides, it's not as if it matters. I have long admired how you live in the present, how you focus on the problem at hand and always keep moving forward. So, let us keep moving forward together, little. We must find and secure those crystals. It's no time for looking back. If we take the Griffin's double as his words, then the crystals are now somewhere within Zaharak. Ready to be put to use by the Eorzea. We must apprise Alize of all we have learned. I will join you both in Little Alamigo after I've changed. Bum 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 bum. Now that Thancred has finally arrived, mayhap you could share your latest findings. You mean to tell me that while we were worrying ourselves sick, Eden and Papalima were here all along, while Yashola will be relieved, and also angry, mainly angry I should think. As for the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well leave them inside the hands of the Almaja. For all we know, they could be preparing to summon Ifrit even as we speak. We must make for Zaharak without delay. Agreed. If there is naught else to discuss, let us depart at once. And so they go forth, in accordance of the Griffin's plan. The players gather to assume their marks on the stage weathered in flames. Ere long, the curtain shall rise, and the drama of which I am author, gods forgive me, shall at last be performed. Naught else remaineth, save to stand at the ready and pray for the chances seized, for never shall we know again, never shall we know its like again. Potter. Harry Potter. If I could do a Snape impression, oh, I would do that for him in a heartbeat. Pardon me. And I missed whatever that one said. We must be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. If you would make any final preparations, pray do so now. I shall await your signal. So what cutscenes will play, it's recommended you set aside sufficient time. I'm excited for this segment.
This isn't right. The Amalja would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Not willingly, no.
She has the right of it.
Ah, the saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
By the 12, will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god.
Why did I get that?
It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos. One life for one world. A fair exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
I love the little obsidian carbuncle.
You will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Alize!
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere.
Yes. This is when it finally begins.
As Eorzea's blade of light once stood by my side, now I shall stand at his, and defend this realm with all my might!
Let's finish this.
This is like one of my favorite segments in Heavensward, and it's like basically at the very end. We've come too far, sacrificed too much for it all to stop now. You think you are the only ones who know sorrow?
You shall fall soon
I
enough.
like how the Ranger of Darkness is fighting a carbuncle and is losing.
There's no escape.
No, we will not be denied so easily. Is this the power of the echo? Yep. Again they rise. Do these warriors have no limits?
No more games.
God damn it, I can't break free. I mean... What if I was able to do that for as long as him, but I'm a weaker warrior somehow?
It ends now. What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe?
Oh, true.
That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant
He would
it
be level
salvation?
80 technically, so yeah, he is a better...
By the 12! Eorzea!
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
For now. Potentially? I don't think he betrays us
Thou
anymore.
mayest, my lady. By thy leave.
What a magical little flamboyant man.
Even odds, then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop!
Understood.
Magus of darkness. Magus.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them.
Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun.
Make ready! They come! I must have more ether.
Alright. I got rid of Lad first. I forget if it gives me like a specific time I have to... Oh yeah, right here. Hurry, so give me your ether. Yes, ma'am.
The ether! Ugh, it's not enough!
I mustn't channel too much at once. My B, I didn't realize that I was surrounded by a bunch of weaklings. I'm kidding. Oh, right, this guy has to be fought first.
I can feel it! Just a little more!
Ba, ba, ba.
Hurry it up, neighbor! I'll crush you!
There we go. Had to pop out that stun for him.
'Tis done! With this blade I banish the darkness!
Yeah, you just set off a tactical nuke.
Not like this.
Hey, don't overexert yourself, kiddo.
Are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
Yep.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt plains with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Wait! Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last, you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders, and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence.
Pardon me.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must rise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
To have known the depths of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis-Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly!
thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
What is this place?
Hey, welcome to the heart.
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Hydaelyn, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the First, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Hydaelyn. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Eorzea, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Hydaelyn had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength long sought. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
Pardon me?
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone then?
Oh, Thancred, buddy.
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Hydaelyn's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
I mean, we're gonna have need of it very soon.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servant of Hydaelyn. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
From those lines there, that's where he became a character that I instantly loved. Like when I first played through this, I was like, oh god, I don't like him. He's, you know, he's an ass. But from that line, I was like, he was just really doing what he thought best.
It is a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor. Thank you, Lemini, for everything.
No. Would seem we are in southern Thanalan again. Penphilia's doing, no doubt. Do the 12 speed her on her way, and the Warriors of Darkness too. I cannot help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls, if they gave their lives in order to travel to the source. Then in returning to the first, would they not? But mayhap that was their wish. This is an ending to mark a new beginning, which means this is our last quest on Soul Sundered, which then tomorrow or whenever I can do Far Edge of Fate Part 1 and Part 2. Just give me a second. Oh. Yeah. Alright then. Random phone call from phone provider. We'll deal with that later. Forgive me, my thoughts were elsewhere. And this is when I know full well that there is yet work to be done. The crystals. Leave them to me. I will go back to Zaharak and secure them. And the Amalja will still be in disarray after the thrashing the Warriors of Darkness gave them. They are not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. But Thancred, you don't have to do this, I know, but I want to. See with the rising stones. I should go and find Eden Papalimo. He must be finished searching the Mask's camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. You must be tired, little. I know I am. If thou wilt permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of mine independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with the Warriors of Darkness and the Asian in white at the Kabul library, I tried not to think the worst. You never were one to confide in others, so I knew your intentions were pure. I knew that even were your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Would that there have been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did, that you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice, but even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Little forgive me, but I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me. I would like to rest for a little. If thou wilt grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee unto a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the Rising Stones. Until then, warrior of light. Oh, go to Papa Limo. Here now. Hello! How was your party? Hope you had a good time, my boy. Well met, Little. Alfino said you'd be joining us. 'Twould seem that the Griffin's double was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cache of crystals in the Mask's camp. Did you perchance find one in Zaharak? It was very good, thanks. You're welcome. Hope you had a good time. Hope if you did a costume, it was awesome. Actually,
I don't believe it. The crystals, Minfilia, all of it. It's just... I don't know what it is.
I sympathize, Ida. Even now, I struggle to comprehend which I saw. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. 'Twas bittersweet, but also affirming.
Alfino, I believe it is past time Eda and I rejoin the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave Griffin to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspective. And I hope that we might turn in offer our very own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced in our absence. Gods, it has been absolute ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear everyone's adventures. About everyone's adventures.
We should be glad to recount them, and Tatu's tales may well surprise you. Ida, Rauga be praised, it is you. Ida, alive and standing before me in the flesh, I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come on now. Has it really been so long you don't remember me? It's Gundewald. I fought beside your father in the Revolution. Don't think less of her, friends. It has been 20 years since the occupation set us our separate ways, but the Resistance were always welcome in Little Alamigo. They gave us hope, and young Ida most of all. Ida was, as always, full of fire. Ever the first to volunteer for a mission, until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst, but here you are, alive and well, looking nary a day older.
Well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, and the Scions, oh, sorry. We were still in the circle of knowing back then, right? Anyway.
I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and as well, you can see I'm completely fine. I know, we've just got a lot to talk about, and we will, but right now, we must hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Ha ha ha, so funny. Pray forgive her. It has been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at our first opportunity. Let us return to the Rising Stones. Haha, yeah, totally. Hells take me for giving you that mask.
What do you mean, giving her that mask? It's Ida. There can't be any other reason that she's acting so weird than maybe mild head trauma. It's not like she's someone else. No, impossible.
I love this Dragoon Lance so much. Yeah, it's so obvious looking back the second time. During the first time, I'll be honest, I was like, man, Ida's weird. Welcome home, little. I trust your journey was uneventful. You'll be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals. He sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely to the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us. And we can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Y'shtola and Kryl and briefed them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem meet to discuss the future. Please be voiced, please be voiced, please be voiced. I don't remember if it is, but I don't want to use all these voices now in order to continue.
Back in the Solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbraider.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
He's like, yeah, we ourselves.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Look at the two Alfinos just vibing.
Eorzea, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Yes, I did the Warrior of Darkness fight.
Very well.
That was
Then
maybe
out of love
10
for my
minutes
Lady
before you popped
Minfilia
up.
and Moonbreeder both,
If that.
this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got him to keep us from bickering.
Yep.
But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
If I'm
On that point,
swift
we see
about
eye
it,
to eye.
I can go through the last
If
two
it
patches
please you,
tomorrow.
You may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I for my part shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
I feel like my fate will be on the far edge of all ours. Strive for those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
Look at them, little. The signs of the seventh dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome. All of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here and what the future holds, only the 12 will know. But I know that we will find out together. Do.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life,
there is strife? Cloud strife.
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand. Thank you. I shall guard it well.
I trust you. What is it gonna be like? It's not like you're gonna use it and sacrifice yourself or anything.
There is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Rope. Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. I know, like, come on, man. Be original. True believers are so readily led. I have given them everything they've desired, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same with your pawns. Get what you wanted then. Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it host to surfeit of light or dark, our world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting, and a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I now present to you. I do now present to you. Hey, where'd you get those? The eyes of Nidhogg. Many were the candidates considered. But by your deeds... Oh, this is a little bit still. But by your deeds, you have proven yourself most deserving. Sorry, my brain didn't comprehend that I said Elidibus. A man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart for which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, or wheel for woe. For woe. I think someone threw them off a bridge somewhere pretty careless. Yeah, a little bit. We should have, I don't know, destroyed them as best as possible, but who am I to say anything? It's here. Good to know. So, it was here all along. Oh, it's Nero. So, it was here all along. Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are going to have so much fun. He 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 he. He just has like this little sad laugh. This tee hee 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 hee. Tidings from Girabania. Alright. That is that for this stream. Hopefully, if things go well for tomorrow, being Wednesday, I'll get through patch 3.5 and 3.56. And then on Thursday, we'll go through either Dungeons or Alexander. I'm so close to being able to do Stormblood. So like I'm just like almost one track minded onto getting to Stormblood at this point, because I want to experience it again, which also means we will hit the halfway point soon, which is actually kind of interesting. Then after that, we'll have a lot of other things to attend to, being all these, getting each job or one of each role up to 90. I think Warrior's gonna be the first to get to 90 on here. Samurai and White Mage will be soon after. But Little Frog will not be a sprout for long. I'd say maybe 2-3 more months, if anything. I don't know, it really depends. The raids as we go on are going to be a lot harder to do and like queue for. So there's that. But yeah, I'm gonna go have some food now. I'm gonna get some rest. Hope if you guys are doing anything for the rest of the night. Well, Daniel went to a party earlier for Halloween earlier. But Claire, anyone who's lurking, if you guys are doing anything for Halloween, giving out candy, watching some spooky movies, going to a party of any sort as well, I hope you guys enjoy that. I'll be live tomorrow, so thank you for hanging out. If you're new, like, sub, usual. Yeah, have a great night, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.